Hey everybody, it is Mark Coe for the 1st of May. Wanted to take a chance to look at the trading model, the daily model for the performance last month, and just get everybody up to speed. Had a pretty average month last month, smaller in trades. We only did 5 deals, and even with those 5 deals, you can see the P&L, and I'm highlighting it here. The P&L was 7,833 based on one standard lot in currencies and one contract in the futures. So these were all actually currency trades. We didn't have any futures trades, but 5 currency trades, net P&L of 7,800. And pretty good month, but most of it was captured with euro yen and sterling yen. And kind of the interesting thing, a lot of people um, will look at their trading and think I've got to do a ton of trades to get that P&L. The idea again is to put yourself in that position to experience the upside while containing your downside. And I think that's the standpoint that many people tend to forget about the swing, the positional trade, is that when these things really run, there's a lot of P&L there. So for example, this sterling yen trade was put on in the middle of the month, and it was put on down in this section, 36.55. From that point, all sterling yen did was rally. But the nice part about that trade, regardless of the upside, the nice part about that trade was the downside was contained, right? We knew where we were going to get out of sterling yen. So the downside was really well contained. And once you accept that downside, it really makes the rest of the trade quite comfortable, because if you're walking into a trade stressed about what's the potential downside of it, then you haven't accepted the risk. You haven't truly acknowledged what's possible in a trade. And when people are building from a standpoint of nothing but positive scenarios, it's going to be a pretty disappointing environment. So I always like to look at it from a standpoint of do your work, do your research, whatever you're doing to make your trades, but accept what the negative outcomes are. And if they're too painful, if they don't make enough sense, then don't do the trade. Don't put the trade on. But the bottom line is, when you've accepted that sterling yen can go down here, I can pay a stop and I can live with it. When sterling yen starts trading higher, all it was gravy at that point. And we managed to exit right toward the end of the month, I think right around there. So it was a nice trade. It was just about 6 big figures, and it was pretty carbon copy in euro yen as well. So it was positioned to be short yen from the middle of the month on. Did not get positioned at all in dollar yen, but had the short yen position from both a long sterling and a long euro perspective. So yeah, definitely encourage you to check it out if you haven't seen the model. We've just added some exciting new things to start the month of May. We've taken this daily model and now also able to produce shorter term stuff, because there's been a large demand for people that thought the daily model was maybe a little longer time frame than they were comfortable doing. To each their own. I mean, it shouldn't be uncomfortable to book that type of P&L, but if your goal is activity, it's certainly probably not going to be conducive to what you're trying to do. The idea with the shorter term stuff is that you're going to be able to manage it a little more throughout the week. You're going to have positions that are on smaller, and they're going to be probably resolved a lot quicker. So that's the idea. And we did our first deals today, 1st of May, short dollar yen from 11.77, long pounds, and then the model actually has a trade to start the new month. It is short S&P, currently out of the money, but nonetheless it is involved in some short side S&P. So we'll see how that plays out. Pretty tight stop on that one, 24, just above 2,400 on the S&P. So anyway, I just wanted to give a quick update, show you what the model's doing, talk about some of the new exciting things that are going on in the model world here, and delivering a little bit more activity. And so we'll keep you updated as the month of May progresses, and hope you guys are all doing well. Hope the trades are going well, and remember, keep managing your risk. Good things, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.